The second component is the tracking and tracing technology that we've developed that we're going to be rolling out that will allow us to ensure we know the provenance of every critical mineral that will flow through the Strategic Mineral Reserve and will be warehoused there.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Alberto Rosende. He is the CEO of M2i Global. And Alberto, good to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing really well, very exciting times, and it's always great to see you, Steve.
Yeah, exciting because you've now announced where your strategic mineral stockpile is going to be, and that's going to be in the state of Nevada. So let's take everyone back, remind everyone what's going to be in Nevada, and then why you chose Nevada.
Right. The Strategic Mineral Reserve really is more than just a stockpile. One component is the stockpile, the warehousing of critical minerals, to make sure that we can overcome any disruption in supply chain flow. And I think everyone understands what that can mean if it's needed for industry and so forth, as well as our national defense. The second component is the tracking and tracing technology that we've developed that we're going to be rolling out that will allow us to ensure we know the provenance of every critical mineral that will flow through the Strategic Mineral Reserve and will be warehoused there. And then the third component is that same technological platform will be expanded to establish a marketplace for all of the critical minerals, not only the ones that we're holding, but all of the ones that we'll be managing in terms of supply chain, and particularly as we fill the capability gap that exists in the midstream processing and refining of certain critical minerals.
So as I mentioned, it's going to be in Nevada at the Hawthorne Army Depot in Mineral County, Nevada. Why Nevada, Alberto?
Well, Nevada, first of all, is our home state. That's one. Two, it's a great state to operate and work in. The Hawthorne Army Depot is the largest depot in the inventory of the Joint Munitions Command of all of the depots and those types of installations. It has a lot of space. I know that it has stored minerals in the past. From the National Defense Stockpile and other critical minerals. It does an awful lot of private-public partnerships with a lot of partners on the installation, and so it was just a natural fit. Also, it's called Mineral County for a reason. The state of Nevada, obviously, is a great producer of other minerals, and we know that that's just a great location. It sits right on a main rail line, obviously, and so the transportation and logistics hub that it will form will be just ideal.
And Alberto, you're getting great response from people and great support as well. The Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development, big supporter of what you're trying to do.
Right. I know that Mr. Tom Burns, the executive director of the Governor's Office of Economic Development, has been a long-time supporter of the efforts that M2i Global has undertaken, particularly in the state of Nevada. Obviously, I know we've had the opportunity to meet with the governor as well on a couple of occasions and talk about what we're doing. And I know that I don't want to speak for them, but they're definitely pleased that we're going to Hawthorne. Absolutely.
Alberto, I just want to ask you, since you and I have been talking about what you were trying to do to where you are today, it seems like it's just happened at light speed. Do you get that feeling as well, and just the importance and the need for this?
I believe that the recognition of what we've been working on has really taken on an awful lot of momentum. But we've been working at this for 2.5 years to develop out the Strategic Mineral Reserve, to work the relationship with Hawthorne Army Depot and a lot of our network of our ecosystem partners that will be the source of a lot of those critical minerals. So we've been building this for a long time. I know that when you're outside the fence, I guess, so to speak, you're outside, you go like, wow, this happened all of a sudden. But there's been an awful lot of work by an awful lot of folks and a lot of partners. We've had great cooperation and collaboration with the staff there at Hawthorne as we work through kind of how we're going to get there and the space and so forth. And of course, we're still working through that. It's not a done deal, but we're getting awful close.
All right, we'll leave it there, Alberto. Thank you so much. Good to catch up with you, and congratulations on this exciting times ahead.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Always a pleasure, and we'll talk very soon, I'm sure.
All right, Alberto Rosende, the CEO of M2i Global.